Hello. Hi. Hello. How's it going, everyone? My name is Mitchell Mander, and welcome to my live stream. And if you're viewing this outside of the stream, just a few things. Just letting you guys know that this is a live stream where I talk about the Pokemon Horizons episode, which is today's episode being episode 6. And I usually go over the episode, do like a short review of it, and then I hand it over to my audience, and then I let them give their thoughts, and then we assign a rating at the end. Usually I have like a game playing in the background, but today I think we're just gonna do the review, and that'll be that. What's up, Green Juice Guy? Oh, Fizzy Wizzy is here. This ain't Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, this isn't Tears of the Kingdom. Patience, please. We'll do Tears of the Kingdom soon. And look, Jerome is here. Also, do you guys mind if I have some music in the background? I do have Pokemon and chill, relaxing music to relax, sleep, and study to. It's no copyright. Yay or nay? Zelda is lame. Jerome, come on now. I'm having fun with it. And I'm pretty sure Roxanne will have fun with it too. I'm also going to go ahead and put a poll up here. So rate this episode out of 10. We're going to do what we did last week. We're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Lower than 5. For those of you bold to be very critical of the episode. Alright. If you've watched the episode, go ahead and assign a rating. Cast a vote. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here in a minute. I'm not hearing anything about the music, so I'm going to go ahead and put this music on. Tell me if it's too loud. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Can you guys hear the music? Let me know in the chat if you can hear the music. Just thought I'd throw a little bit of music in the back, so while we have this chill conversation. Fitting for an episode about an ancient Pokeball. Yeah, it was a meaningful capture. I actually liked it a lot. It's okay, Mitchell. I was just asking if you guys can hear the music or not. I just kind of need a yay or nay. Yes or no. Huh. Well, anyways, before we get started, how's everyone doing today? Okay, you can hear it good. Okay. I didn't know if it was too loud or too quiet. So I thought I would put it like, decently loud. But how's everyone doing today? Did anyone get Tears of the Kingdom? Anyone playing it? Anyone not playing it? I just streamed for 5 hours earlier today, and it was a doozy, that's for sure. Well, I know you didn't get it, Jerome. Jerome is evil. Confirmed. What is your response to that, Jerome? Huh. So we have a few votes in here. We have 2 votes for 9 and 10, and then 1 vote for 8-7. So we got some strong ratings for this episode. That's good. I will say this, the subs, once again, did not come out in time. As of right now, they still have not been posted on some stuffs. So I'll be doing this review again without the subs. It is what it is. By the way, Jerome, I actually gave Roxanne the link to some stuff, so maybe you'll be able to watch the episodes as soon as the subs come out. But yeah, I'll give it like maybe 3 more minutes, and then we can start talking about the episode properly. Oh, it's been a day. I will say that. It has been a very interesting day between playing Breath of the Tears of the Kingdom of the Mask of Majora and Ocarina of the Kingdom. I don't know where I went with that. It's been a day. A good day, though. A good day, I will say. But, yeah. Let's see. We got Emerald here, Green Juice Guy, Fizz, Jerome. Oh, good. Oh my gosh. He admits it. Just call me Thomas. Sorry. I just see Green Juice Guy and my mind just goes right to the username. I will try to call you Thomas, but if I mix up the two, I apologize in advance. Oh boy. But I'm glad you're all here. Doing 2 streams in a single day is something, I will tell you that. I mean, I've obviously done it before, but the first stream was 5 hours long, so yeah. This one won't be nearly as long, so yeah. Alright, in about 30 seconds I'll actually start talking about the episode. It's gonna be a pretty easy one to review. Its plot's pretty simple and easy to follow, I thought. Alright, I'll start the review in 10 seconds. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about Pokemon Horizons. Episode 6, the finale of Roy's introduction into this series. So obviously, last week's episode ended off with a cliffhanger. And this week's episode continues from there. And of course, Liko pendant saves her once again. But we get Liko and Roy versus Amethio. And yeah, they stood absolutely no chance. He pretty much mopped the floor with both of them. No matter what they did. They even came up with a pretty interesting strategy, and it still didn't amount to really anything. And things were not looking good. And we just had Liko's pendant, react and protect her. But then we have both Liko and Roy's, the pendant and the mysterious Pokeball resonate once again. But this time, the Pokemon within Roy's mysterious Pokeball emerges. And it turns out to be Shiny Rayquaza. So, the mysterious Pokeball is not really that... I mean, I guess it's still mysterious, but what's inside it is no longer a mystery. So, yeah, it's Shiny Rayquaza. And this causes the explorers to eventually back away and they have to retreat. But Rayquaza is kind of causing some trouble. And I thought the one thing that was interesting in this part was, before Rayquaza leaves, it looks straight at Liko. As it's pretty clear that the pendant and the mysterious Pokeball are linked in some way, shape, or form. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So obviously, Roy tries to call Rayquaza back to the Pokeball, and it just is like, nope, and it just dips. Rayquaza just leaves. And yeah, so obviously, Fuecoco and Sprigatito were pretty heavily damaged, so they end up having to, they get taken care of. Whereas Liko and Roy and Freed go back into the village. And I thought it was kind of funny because they ask Roy's grandpa about the Pokeball, and he's like, yeah, I just found it. Yeah, it's just mysterious Pokeball, I found it. And I like how it just houses like a shiny Rayquaza, and he's just like, yeah, I found it. It's kind of funny. It's a little lame, but it's also kind of funny at the same time. So, don't know if I love or hate that moment. But, anywho, it was actually pretty cool because Roy actually is able to join the Rising Bolt Tacklers with his grandpa's permission. But I thought it was kind of cool how he caught Fuecoco. It's actually it might be one of my favorite captures now because of how it was done. Because Fuecoco meets up with Charizard beforehand, and Charizard actually gives Fuecoco a Pokeball. Which, when Fuecoco comes out of the ship, it's funny because he's shaking. So you think, okay, he's a little nervous, but he's actually got that Pokeball in his mouth. He spits it out and gives it to Roy. And I like how it connects with the previous episode where they're like, hey, you got to consider Fuecoco's feelings, Roy. You can't just show up on the ship and you want Fuecoco to be your Pokemon. You guys got to be in perfect sync. So it shows here that they're both in perfect sync because Roy wants to capture Fuecoco, and Fuecoco wants to be captured by Roy and become his Pokemon. So I thought that was really cool. So yeah, I really loved the capture here. Another thing to note is that the tracker bug that was placed on the ship was found and destroyed. So the explorers can't just go after the Rising Bolt Tacklers. So that's done and done. And I like how Roy's goal pretty much is like he wants to go after Rayquaza. He wants to actually find Rayquaza again. And obviously before he does that, he needs to get stronger. So he ends up joining them and they head out into the sunset. So that part of the episode is pretty much wrapped up. But the other interesting thing in this episode is that the explorers, we go back to, I guess, their hideout. And I'm getting like Power Ranger vibes, like the villains from Power Rangers. Power Rangers are like the Akatsuki from Naruto. Because like Gibeon is like, it's like he's like this machine or something. He's like behind the machine or he's talking through something. But Amethio basically gets, I don't know if he gets demoted, but he gets taken off the mission to go after Liko and the pendant. But we have a new explorer. I believe his name is Spinal. And I like how he was mocking Amethio too during the meeting. So I guess Spinal is going to be like the next person to go after Liko. So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Yeah, and considering that Amethio was taken off the mission, this guy is probably stronger than Amethio. So, I guess we'll see how capable this guy is in battle. But that pretty much takes care of this episode. I will say that this episode I was pretty impressed with. The first time I watched it, I was a little tired. But I watched it a second time, and I gotta say that this is probably my favorite episode of Pokemon Horizons so far. I think it's a step up from the previous 2 episodes for sure. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. I'd probably give it like a solid like 8 or 9. It's the best episode of the series so far. I mean, it's only episode 6, but it was a very solid episode. It sets up, our future events pretty well. We got Shiny Rayquaza that's hanging out there somewhere that's going to be like Roy's goal. He's going to try and pursue it, which that's kind of cool. We still need to get Lico's goal eventually down the road, or like a fleshed out goal for her. So that will be cool to see. And then this new explorer, I want to see how capable he is. Like, what if he's actually stronger than Freed, or like even like if he's stronger than Amethio, and Amethio was able to keep up with Freed, so he's going to be a threat. So obviously Liko and Roy are going to need to get stronger, which the next episode is going to be them training. So hopefully they get a little bit stronger and maybe catch some Pokemon in the near future. So yeah, very solid episode. The only I guess mild issue I had was that the shiny Rayquaza being revealed so early, it kind of just removes the mystery away from the mysterious Pokeball. But at the same time, it looked at directly at Liko. So to me, that tells me that there's more to come here. Like Liko and that pendant, they're out. Especially the pendant, it's going to matter a lot in the future. Obviously, we know that the explorers are after it. There's got to be a reason why. So I'm definitely interested to see how things go. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the first 6 episodes. I mean, there's some things I didn't like, but this was a solid conclusion to, I guess, Liko and Roy setting off and going with the Rising Volt Tackler. So yeah, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10 personally. Let's look at the chat now. So now that I've done the episode review, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts to the people that have watched the episode. I hope Liko's pendant doesn't become a plot device that saves her from all danger, having a character that is immune from all danger. Yeah, I'll say that. I feel like there's going to be a point where she loses her pendant, and that's kind of where she's going to be completely vulnerable. But yeah, I will say that throwing that pendant in and saving her every time, it could potentially get old. I can agree with that. It's odd though. Why not a new legendary instead of an old one? I don't know. I mean, we got a mix of new and old in this series. We got the 3 starters from Paldea already introduced, Cerulege already introduced. And we're going to Paldea, so we're going to probably get a lot of Paldea in the near future anyways, so. Yeah. Because Rayquaza is the 8th most popular Pokemon in the world according to the 2020 survey, and it is one of the coolest shinies. Yeah, I actually like shiny Rayquaza. Who is your favorite Pokemon? I think you should know the answer to that one. Do I need to say it on streamed? He is the greatest Pokemon of all time. His introduction in Smash was the greatest reveal of all time. Come on now. No complaints for that answer. Are we gonna get Pokemon battle on motorcycles? That would be interesting. But I can't see Liko and Roy battling on a motorcycle though. Maybe Freed, but not Liko and Roy. Who knows? It's hard to tell where the series is going to go, but I'm excited for the next few episodes because we got the training episode, the Mysterious Door episode. We'll see. It's probably going to be the Nidothing reveal, which personally I feel like that should be later on in the series, but I'm pretty sure everybody's like, yeah, it's the old dude. Which I was kind of hoping wouldn't be the case, but it's starting to really feel like that's going to be the case. And then we're in Paldea, and then we meet Alex. Aren't you guys excited for Alex? The most anticipated character in the whole Pokemon anime? Alex? That guy, Alex? Lico's dad, Alex? I hope you guys are super excited for Alex. Oh yeah, and Nimona is going to be in the next episode. But Alex! I am so excited for Alex, guys! But in all seriousness, it's just funny to me that Lico's dad's name is Alex of all names. I don't know, I think it's funny. It's Greninja, right? That was number 1. It's a cat. I know. I'm curious to see how Alex is, because it does. We're getting like Bianca's father vibes from the summary from episode 9, which I hope isn't exactly the case. But considering what happens in episode 10, I don't think that's gonna last. Oh. Well, this certainly was I will say it was still a really solid episode. It's different. I'll give it that. Like, I will give Horizon some praise there. It does feel fresh. I mean, let's just be honest, like, this could have been a total flop. I mean, changing your main character after 26 years and going in a completely different direction story-wise, like, that's a huge risk. Like, there's a lot at stake here, and, like, if this didn't land, then, yeah, that could have potentially spelled disaster for the Pokemon anime. And I'm kind of impressed with it. Like, I think so far, like, I'm enjoying the series more than Journeys, which kind of takes me by surprise, because I didn't know what to expect going into this. It feels like Journey's improved a little bit. I don't know if we're going to be going to the other regions, but yeah. Mitchell, I'm dying. Oh my gosh, here we go. Accounting is so boring. Let me guess, you need help with your homework. We do have some good music that's playing, I will say that. Makes me want to play some older Pokemon games. Huh. I hope Nessa appears in this series as she did not appear in Journeys. That would be cool, Thomas. I would actually be down for that. It's gonna depend on if we do go around the world. Because, personally for me, I would just rather just stay in Paldea. But, if we could get some characters that were not touched upon in the previous series, more power to this series, I guess. Like, Nessa would be great. I think Peony, I want to say that's Chairman Rose's brother. I'm still mad that he didn't show up. There's a few Pokemon that surprisingly didn't make an appearance. So, we could see that? I don't know, though. We'll see. I guess we'll see where the series goes beyond episode 10. I agree, but based on what we heard so far, it will take place in all the... I agree. It did say that it takes place across the Pokemon world, which we'll see how that goes. I mean, I guess it makes more sense... Okay, it makes more sense than Journeys, if I'm being completely honest, because, like, we're on a traveling ship, so we could easily just go anywhere in the world. Whereas with Journeys, it was like, oh, hey, Ash, and go... I want you to go do some research in this area of the world. Here's like infinite money. Do whatever you want, boys. Don't ask me where I get the money. Just go on your trips. If my name's not Professor Sakuraki, I'm not working with like Team Rocket or something. Blah blah blah. Just go off. But here it makes a little bit more sense since we have like this ship. So, I mean, we'll see. I do have concerns about that the format. I would just personally, I'd rather just have like a Paldea series. I mean, we could get something like Twilight Wings. If you remember the Twilight Wings series they had for Galar. I'm good with that too, as long as Paldea gets more than enough screen time. Yeah. Like, Paldea is the biggest region. They don't take advantage of it, I'm going to be very disappointed. We already got burned out on Galar. I don't want the same thing to happen to Paldea. We also have DLC coming up too, so if we're going it sounds like we're going to outside of Paldea for it, so we should probably do that too within this series. Not to mention the Pokemon that's associated with Lico's pendant is part of the DLC, so more than likely we're going to be going down that route at some point. But for what it's worth so far, they have been doing it right. I agree. That's why I'm a little bit more confident with this series compared to Journeys. Not that I was like unconfident in the beginning, but like there were some clear issues from the very get-go that kind of got worse over time, specifically after the series went on its brief hiatus during the pandemic. Which was 3 years ago, by the way. Which doesn't feel like it was 3 years ago. I've been thinking about that like from time to time. I'm like, that was 3 years ago. Literally, it was this time, like it was like a little over 3 years ago that all went down. So, I think about that from time to time. I agree, this series is going into the right direction. Exactly. Sorry, I've always liked this town theme. Yeah, I know, Jerome. I know. It's just I just think back to when things were like shut down and stuff. Because if you remember, I want to say the Pokemon anime went on hiatus from like it was like late April to like early June. Like we didn't have anything for like 6-7 weeks. It's just crazy to think about it in hindsight. I like Roy. He has some Ash vibes, but it's different enough. Yeah, I agree. He does feel similar to Ash, but he does feel different. Like he's not. I like that he's like not exactly the same character. Like his method of like reaching out to Fuecoco reminds me of like something Ash would do, but it's done in a way that kind of makes him feel like his own character, if that makes sense. And that's what's been so exciting about this new series. And I think it's a very welcome and pleasant surprise. Because, again, going into the series, you don't know if it's going to be good or not. This is like a massive risk. And to me, I think that they are doing a very solid job so far. Like, if the series continues like this, I think we're in for a good series. Whether it will be compared to the best Pokemon anime series will be seen. I almost kind of feel like it's different enough to where it's like hard to compare. If you know what I mean. One of these days, Jerome, I'm gonna need you to come in VC and actually chat about this series, because I think your fans would love you to show up sometime and actually back me up on some of my thoughts. But that's totally up to you. Mitchell, what is common stock? That's like if you're investing into a company and they have stock, or like they issue common stock. They'll usually issue shares and stuff like that. It's basically equity within the company. Remember, assets equals liabilities plus stockholder equity. What character from the Ash era of the anime do you think should play a role in Horizon? Cynthia Oak? That's a good question. That's a really good question. If I gotta be honest, I want a character that probably hasn't gotten a lot of shine. Because, like, with Cynthia, she was kind of present within Journeys, for example. Like, we could see her in the future, maybe for an episode or something like that. Maybe she helps out Liko and Roy investigate something sometime down the road. But I almost want, like a character that didn't get, like, much spotlight or any in Journeys. Like, one character that I was kind of bummed never returned within Journeys was Brandon. Like, with him and his Reggies, I was kind of expecting him to show up, because I figured with Reggie Drago and Reggie Eliki he would make an appearance. Maybe he can make an appearance? That would be, like, I guess that would be, like, for me, that was someone that didn't show up in Journeys that I kind of wanted to show up, so I guess there's one. We could get somebody from the previous series, like Go or something like that, show up at some point, and maybe he's, like, developed a little bit since the end of Journeys. Who knows? There's a number of things they could potentially do, especially if we're going around the world. What if you exchange equipment for common stock? There should be an entry for that. Depends on how much the stock is worth. I want Alder to play a role. That could work. I mean, he stepped down as champion, so maybe he's done some stuff, like, outside of his champion role. He's, like, doing stuff in retirement. Who knows? Ash the man himself. Well, we need to, like, again, I will emphasize this again. If Ash makes an appearance within the series, I'm totally fine with that. But it needs to be, like, down the road a ways. Like, we don't need him coming back within the first year of the series. That would then... He would just completely overshadow Liko and Roy if that happened. If they're going to have Ash come back, have him come back very late into the series. That's just me. Then, you can even by then you'd be like, oh, is Ash going to actually appear? Then boom, he shows up towards the end. That's if they decide to bring him back, So, I would probably keep your expectations on the low end, just to be on the safe side, so you don't get burned out and then you're like, oh my gosh, where was Ash in this series, kind of thing. So, just gonna give you like a warning not to, like, get your expectations up too high. Mitchell, this project sucks. When is it due, may I ask? Episode 100 of Horizon. Usually episode 100 is usually like a significant episode within each series. Oh, a good character to bring back would be N. Oh, yeah, actually, N would be pretty neat. He never made an appearance in Journey, so I'd be down for that. It is crazy to think that Ash has never battled against a Volcarona. No Volcarona has ever battled in the anime, so Alder appearing with Volcarona would work. Do we need to get Jeff involved, Nick? Jeff could help out, too. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Yeah, if Jeff shows up at all here, immediately respond to him. He might even be listening right now. Oh, by the way, for everyone else, could you hit that like button? It helps support the channel and puts me in the algorithm, because right now the algorithm does not like me. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But if you like the video, it helps. Just saying. Oh, I know Max as a Pokemon trainer, but that would be like maybe Max like down the road a little bit. That would imply that time has passed, Jerome. Do you think that they're going to be bold enough to make Ash and everybody else age? That would be an interesting choice. Technically, if they wanted to actually age up the characters, this would actually be the right time to do it. When they're not being focused on. I'll tell that to the producers, Jerome. Oh my god, Mitchell, the voice. What do you mean? Was I too loud or something? I mean, I would like to see an older Ash. It's just that at this point I don't expect it. Considering they ended his story off by making it like an open end. Where he kind of just goes off and his adventure continues off screen. I feel like that's the one rule that they just won't change. Even if the series is over 1,000 episodes with Ash as the main character, he has to be 10. Forever 10. We need a conclusion, but we technically got our conclusion and aimed to be a Pokemon Master back in March. But yeah. Is there anybody else that wants to talk about the episode? I know there's only a couple of you in here, but still. If anyone's just joining and wants to give their thoughts on today's episode, the floor is yours. If Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Can age their character just fine, Pokemon can do the same. Let me turn this down just a slight bit. That one's a little on the loud side. I mean, sure, but like, Pokemon has had like a bunch of opportunities to do that. In fact, as the series has gone on, they could have had Ash like slowly age. I remember like there were guides back when AG first came out, or Advanced Generation, back in the day, where they're like, oh, Ash is probably like 12 or 13 at this point. Then we get the best wishes. 10-year-old Ash Ketchum. It's like, okay, I guess he's just 10 forever. But yeah, I like how we went from like Horizons to this conversation about Ash and him aging. It's funny. But yeah, overall, I think this was a pretty solid episode today. I give it an 8.5. It looks like 9-10 is the winning vote. Only 3 people voted. I was kind of hoping we could get like at a minimum 5 votes. It would be cool if Liko and Roy aged then. Well, we'll see. I mean, I will say that changing the main character after all this time is kind of a big move, so, you know, aging him would probably be the next logical step if they're going to make a major change. Can you imagine if the series ended with an older Liko and Roy? That would be crazy. I guess my question to that is, my follow-up question is, do you think Liko and Roy are going to continue as main characters in the Gen 10, or do you think we're just going to get new main characters each series? You want them to get married, Jerome. As of right now, I kind of see them... Their relationship seems more like on a sibling level right now. They just seem more like brother and sister from the vibes I'm getting for the series. Plus they're 10, so they don't understand love. And I think Roy's probably going to be oblivious to it, so new characters each series. I feel like that's kind of the route they're going to take, but we'll see. Woof. I'm actually getting a little sleepy. Sorry, everyone. I was just looking at something. So do we have like any other thoughts? Anything else you guys want to chat about? As I mentioned earlier, for today's episode review / discussion, I've kind of decided not to do a video game this time. Just because I didn't want to play Tears of the Kingdom and spoil people that haven't played the game. Gotta be kind of considerate to those that haven't been able to touch the game. And I don't want to play it and then they look at this review and then they're spoiled. So yeah. Oh, I am getting sleepy though. It's been a tiring day. Well, in good news, I'll be on vacation in a month, so that'll be good. Have a whole week off of work. Oh, that would be so nice. Having today off of work was already nice enough. But a full week? Oh, man. Sounds amazing, bro. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Anybody in chat want to say something? Anything at all? I'm curious. We can talk about the episode. We can talk about the series in general. What your expectations are. When will we meet Ash's dad? Well, we kind of lost that opportunity, and well, actually, you probably didn't see it, but there was a special episode at the end of the year, Nick, which Ash's dad was mentioned. Dahlia said that she got a letter from Ash's dad, and he was actually going to see him, and then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, he's already left. So that was a lie. So we didn't get to meet Ash's dad once again. Too bad, too sad. Well, from the previous episode, Liko misunderstood Roy when he said he wanted to see Fuecoco when he said, I wanted to see your face. I mean, I saw that moment, but that was kind of more so like a misunderstanding. And she kind of was more a little bit embarrassed. She was like, "Oh, wait, what do you mean?" But I don't think that she necessarily has feelings for Roy. Jerome. I mean, they've only just met, so if you're going to develop that, have that develop over time. But I get the feeling that they feel more like brother and sister than like lovers. Plus they're 10. Again. But we will see what happens as this series develops. We've only started it, so there's a lot of potential this series has, so we'll see where they go from here. Oh, well, we got 4 people watching. What's up, y'all? If you're just joining, could you hit that like button? Please. Pretty please. Or you could say something in chat. Be pretty cool if you would do that. If you know what I mean. Because I know what you mean. If the producer wants them to age them up, I'm game. Also, I sort of got myself a 4-day weekend too. To the answer to your first thing, that's like the last thing that they, like, if they break that, then like I think they could do literally anything at this point. Like, that's the one thing they haven't done yet is age the characters properly. Like, we've changed main characters and it doesn't feel like people of age. So if they actually do that and we get an older Ash Ketchum show up at some point, that would be wild. I just want the food when we go out on Tuesday. Oh yeah, we're going out to eat on Tuesday. Got to get them deals. Those senior citizen discounts, you know. Because we be old. Right, Nick? Yep. We're just getting up there, but I'm so old I don't even know how to do accounting. You forgot. Yeah. Don't you remember that class you took 27 years ago when you learned it? A little over 27 years ago? You mastered it. And the dessert you earned? Oh no. Guys, I need to go to the gym. I'm getting too old. I gotta work out. Get in shape, y'all. Oh my gosh. Here we go again. My head hurts. Ugh. This project has a lot. I'm dying. Sorry to hear that. Too much Zelda. Bro, there isn't enough Zelda. I think we need some more Zelda coming soon. Which, I'm going to give you guys a lot of content. Because Zelda's coming again. Too much dog. I feel like it's just you, me, and Nick here, Jerome. I think we're the only ones in in the stream right now. Bailey is sleeping in my bathroom. Nice. I'm beat. Well, it looks like the stream is running fine, so that's good. It seems to me that we got a little bit of a chat going on here. Who is Bailey? What a mystery. Anyways, again, I just need to say it again. We jumped up to 4 people there for a minute. You want to chat about the episode? If you're just joining, you want to chat about the episode, the series in general, or anything Pokemon related, the floor is yours in the chat. We did get someone else, we got another vote here, and it's a 50-50 tie. If we don't get another vote by the time the stream ends, I guess I'm going to have to rate the episode. My rating will have to stand. Which is currently sitting at an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I don't think Thomas is here anymore, but that's fine. We did get somebody else that voted, though. Ugh. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. So, I'll ask you a question, Jerome. Besides Kanto and Paldea, if we're going to all the regions, what region do you think we should go back to first? We're in Kanto. We're on our way to Paldea. But we leave Paldea at a certain point. Where are we going next? Kalos. I figured you would say Kalos. Why would we go to Kalos? Why are you crying? I'm not crying. By the way, welcome back, Emerald. I'm just holding my mic up. Ugh, I'm just full from my dinner. Ugh. Yeah, all good. Gotcha. Hey, look, we got another vote. 8 to 7 out of 10. Apparently 8 to 7 out of 10 is winning now. What a surprise. I guess my vote might actually not, or my rating might actually not go towards the episode rating. About to go eat dinner? Gotcha. Gotcha. I got mine done shortly before. Actually, it was shortly after the call we had. I went and got my food and ate all that. So, oof, I'm just full from that. Salmon is good. Speaking of which, I need to go get some stuff at the grocery store. I don't have anything for dinner right now. Not tonight, though. I mean, dinner in general. Tears, 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 tears. By the way, what's up, Jeff? Everyone say hi to Jeff. I think Nick was waiting to ask you something, Jeff. Hello, guys. Well, we have 50-50 again. Dang. Everybody's showing up and casting their votes. Oh, someone voted lower than 5. See? See, Jeff knows the way of the accounting and the finances. Did Jerome drop off? I think right now it's just me, Jeff, Nick, and Emerald. Unless Emerald went to dinner. Be right back. Okay. What? Goku Black is in Fortnite? Oh my gosh. How do you like Tears of the Kingdom so far? No, Jerome is still here. I like it. I do have one minor criticism for it, but I'm probably going to wait until I beat the game to fully, figure that out. So there will be more on that at a later date. Okay. I chose Kalos because, no reason. I wonder why. Yeah, I kind of want to play some more of it. Since I actually made it to the ground, and I can actually see how Hyrule has actually changed in whatever time. Whatever amount of, passage of time has taken place between Breath of the Wild and Tears within the game. Well, guys, we've hit 1 hour of streaming here. That means I've been streaming for roughly 6 hours today, combining the previous stream and this one. What's up? But yeah, we're currently sitting at how many votes? Okay. 6 votes. I was going to say, for the person that voted lower than 5, could you maybe elaborate as to why you thought this episode was lower than a 5? Because the general consensus seems to be that it's a good one. Or it's just somebody that showed up and voted and left. Oh, man. I'm not sure who voted that there. I feel like it was someone that came in, voted, and left. Jeff asking the question in the chat. Who voted that? Who? That's what I'm saying. Who did it? I did get another like, though, so that's cool. Shiny black Rayquaza is cool. Yes. I actually like it. I was going to say that's probably one of the better shiny designs. Or one of the cooler ones. Very unique. I guess we'll see what happens with this shiny Rayquaza, because it kind of escaped in this episode. So, we'll see what role it plays in the future. But then again, Rayquaza in the lore doesn't... If I'm correct, doesn't Rayquaza come out and, like, calm down Groudon and Kyogre from, like, fighting? It's basically, like, someone that intervenes and stops both of them from fighting all the time, so... Maybe Shiny Rayquaza has gone off to, like, quell them again. So maybe we'll go to Hoenn at some point in this series. Actually, that could potentially work. That would actually be interesting. If we went back to Hoenn for that reason, so... I think the last time we were in Hoenn was in, actually, no. We were in Hoenn and Journeys for a couple episodes. I was going to say the Mega Evolution episodes was the last time we were in Hoenn, but... Nick, how could you? How could you? Then again, you're the only one that voted. It wasn't me. You voted 7 and 8. I see. Okay. I wonder if Jerome voted. I think I might actually make a short tomorrow, so look forward to that. Since I have a moment from that stream that could potentially work. And it would be convenient since Tears is out, so put a short out from Tears of the Kingdom. It'd be pretty cool. Oh, yeah, sorry guys. I'm a little tired tonight. I'm kind of just like, every time I'll just sit here, I'll just be listening to music. I'll feel like I'm dozing off. Not gonna lie. That, and I also like this this particular town theme that's playing right now. Gen 4, y'all. Anywho, guys, does anyone at all want to chat about the episode or the series? I'll ask. This will probably be the last time I ask. So, this is the last call for anybody that wants to talk about Pokemon Horizons Episode 6. I'm slowly dying. It says I'm slowing dying. You need help with that project that bad? Alright. I'll take a look at something. I literally keep getting distracted by this theme that's playing right now because I like it so much. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just enjoying it. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm still streaming. So I probably should actually like talk and engage with my audience. But that being said, if there's nobody else that wants to talk about the episode, I think I might end the poll. So, if anyone hasn't casted a vote, I will give you 1 minute from now to cast your vote. If you don't cast it by then, I will end the poll. And whatever we have is the rating that I will assign to this episode. I'm watching the clock. You got 40 seconds. Hey, look, another theme that I liked. Diamond and Pearl had a good OST. Alright, 1 minute has passed. So, if you haven't voted, I'm ending the poll in 3, 2, 1. The poll has ended. 6 people casted votes. 8 to 7 out of 10 was the majority. Nobody voted 6 to 5. One person voted lower than 5. Didn't get a response on that by whoever voted for that. And then, a third of people voted 10-9. So, yeah, I think the general consensus is that this was a pretty solid episode. I personally would give it an 8.5 out of 10. So, since the rating was 8 to 7, I guess we can say that this episode was at least an 8 out of 10. So, yeah. Overall, solid episode. The capture was great. Fuecoco is still my favorite Pokemon in this series so far. Freed is awesome. The Shiny Rayquaza was a pleasant surprise, even though I feel like it could have been kept as a mystery for a little bit longer. But no, Roy has an actual goal, so that's pretty cool. He also got his new clothes, so he got his Rising Voltacular outfit, so that's cool. So we're officially setting off for Paldea now. We're finally done with this 3-episode arc. So I look forward to what happens in this series. I look forward to the next couple of episodes, and yeah, we'll be in Paldea in I think 3 weeks from today. Because next week's the training episode. 2 weeks from now is the mysterious door episode where we're potentially getting the reveal of Nidothing. And then episode 9, Paldea. So, if you're looking forward to Paldea content, gotta wait just 3 more weeks. Early June and we'll be there. Good. By the way, our subs out. Subs are still not out as of this time. They seem to be taking a little bit longer, so oh well. But with that said, do we have any final thoughts here, guys? To the few people that are here for the episode discussion. Jerome, I'm assuming you haven't watched the episode yet, so... I'll give you guys 3 more minutes to give me some final thoughts here. Or final chats. Do you have work tonight, Jerome? Or wait a second, it's Friday. Is this your last week where you have Friday off? Now that I think about it. Oof. I'm not hearing anything. Yeah. Sorry if there's like noise on the background too. It is like really hot in my house right now, so I have to have a fan on, otherwise I'm like dying. I love shiny Rayquaza. It's got a pretty cool design. Nope, gonna watch Sub tomorrow. I see. Yep, I'll check again. Subs are still not out. Yeah, it is very hot today. And I currently don't have my air conditioner in, so... Probably going to be installing that in the next week, but it's going to be cooling down for a little bit, so... It's like... Yeah, I'm going to install it, but it's going to sit for like a week or something like that. But at least we're not in winter anymore. It seems like we're in decent weather now. Okay. Yep, last week on having Thursday, Friday off. Gotcha. That means you can actually stay up and actually play games longer on Mondays, so that's good. So that means we're going to have a lengthy Monster Hunter stream on Monday? And play Monsty Hunter? But anyways, anything you guys want to chat about now? I guess we can pretty much wrap up the live discussion review section now. Is there anything you guys want to talk about before we end things off? Thoughts, concerns? I'm doing it. What are you doing? Did you do it? Probably turn this music up. It's actually really quiet. Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I know it looks like Nick's doing all his homework now, but anything else? I'm getting crickets here, so I'll give you guys another minute here. If not, then I think we could probably call the night. Are you taking off, Jerome? Alrighty. Have a good night. Thanks for joining. I got my accountant license again. I see. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Nobody else wants to talk about the episode, and I think it's just like Nick and Jerome here. Nick seems like he's doing his homework, and I think Jerome just said goodnight, so I think this is a good time to end things off here. Normally I do a game afterwards, but I think tonight we're just gonna call it here since I did 5 hours of Tears of the Kingdom earlier, so yeah. That being said, when it comes to Tears of the Kingdom, I believe I will be streaming it tomorrow and maybe Sunday. We'll see about Sunday. Maybe like a shorter stream on Sunday, because I really don't want to just stream all the time, otherwise I'll be tired. But the plan is to stream tomorrow, because I got a lot of things to do in this game, and I'm excited to start it. So yeah. Anyways, let's call it here. So if you're still here and you're hanging out in the chat, thank you for joining. Have a good day or night wherever you're at, guys. And I will see you all later. Bye.